Welcome to Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Pisces Tarot, everybody. I'm your host. I am Mimi Lightseer. Over here at Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. And oh child, we are about to get into somebody's business. Good morning to all of my guppies, my friends who are on the graveyard shift. Good evening to all of my international family. What's up to everybody watching behind the scenes on TikTok this morning? If you are new to the Pisces Tarot experience, go ahead and drop a star in the chat. If you are a returning friend, go ahead and put a fish in the chat. We want to recognize all of our new and returning friends. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome everybody. All right, y'all. Today's agenda consists of a brief energy cleanse, which is a quick meditation sound bowl cleansing, followed by some divine insights with a divine download and or earworm. Then we'll get into this overall energy reading, which consists of some insights and observations, followed by the tarot card reading of everything, confirming what I've told you. And then we will close this out with some final thoughts. So if you are ready to get into this reading, let me tell you something. I've been up since 12:15 a.m. 12:15 a.m. And I heard a download and an earworm for you guys. But I got something good for y'all. So some of y'all may have been up tossing and turning, just like I have. Some of you have been up at work all night. Some of you are getting up and getting ready to get your day started. Some of you are just like, bruh, I don't know. But wherever it is, if you're ready to get into this reading, I want you to find your scrub brushes, toothbrushes, hair brushes, wig brushes, mops, brooms, whatever type of brush you can find. And put that emoji down in the chat, because it's time for us to cleanse our energy and time for us to get ready to come into one with presence so we can jump into this reading. All right. So here we go. All right, so before we move forward, it's important that we just take a minute to level set and ground ourselves. And the simplest way of doing this is by cleansing our energy through breath work and sound, okay? We want to do this by taking in a deep breath, holding and exhaling slowly. With each inhale, we want to be able to invite clarity and balance. And with each exhale, we want to be able to release any tension and distractions. We want to do this 3 times, all right? Here we go. All right, now we want to clear up any remaining stagnant energy and reset it by bringing us one into alignment. And we're going to do this with the help of our girl Boo Boo here. Divine Spirit, I call upon you and ask you for your guidance and your wisdom during this reading. Please surround me with your light and your love. Help me to receive clear and accurate messages. May this reading bring insight, clarity, and understanding for the highest good of all of those who are involved and for the harm of none. All right? Amen, 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 amen. All right, y'all. If y'all are ready to get into this and have a fun, safe, honest interaction, remember this is a safe space. Your honesty and your transparency is appreciated. Most importantly, your engagement is. We have all been a fool in love before, and today just may be your turn. All right. So let's get ready for an engaging and dramatic, dynamic time. Y'all know how I be around here. If y'all ready to get into this reading, go ahead and put in the chat your cooking emojis, your cooking emojis, your cooking emojis. Because, baby, if this woke me up at 12:15, it must be important. One of those kind of days. Sure is. All right. So, if y'all ready to get into it, here we go. Each day before I do a reading, I always take a minute to reflect upon the immediate energies of what spirit is showing me, whether it be through divine messages or through an earworm. And this is what I am receiving today. As I mentioned, I woke up at 12:15, like I was startled out of my sleep. I was obviously asleep, but I had, like, in my dream, it felt like something, like a crash, something fell on me, something like that, right? It startled me up out of my sleep. And I woke up hot. My body was hot. My hands were like starting to become anxious. My stomach was getting upset, that type of thing. And so I'm like, okay, what is that about? Because like I was so startled, I couldn't go back to sleep. And so as I was sitting there, I started to think about some things, and Spirit said to me, why are you so desperate? And I said, desperate? Who is desperate? And so as I was thinking about that, I started to like recall conversations that I've had with other people about relationships, just a plethora of different things. And it was in reference to love. Like, why are you so desperate for love? And so, like, as I was sitting there tossing and turning and trying to get myself together, I started to hear Fantasia's song Bittersweet, which this record came out in 2010. And we've talked about this song before. But when you hear this song, there is a immediate resonance that happens where you just can't help but to sing along, right? And you feel the pain, you feel the anxiety, you feel the grief, you feel the sadness, you feel the anger and the frustration of it. And so she says, every now and then I still get a flashback of the time I spent thinking you could be the one. Should I have just kept your love? Yes, I understand. We did have some good times. And on the other hand, you kept me crying all night. It was too much for my mind. So even though I left you, I can't forget you, because when I think about you, it's bittersweet. I guess I always love you. It's bittersweet. When we were together, you didn't treat me right. Damn, I really love you. I ain't going to lie, because when I think about you, it's bittersweet. All right. So I don't know who this is for, but it's coming through with a sense of like desperation and urgency. And Spirit said, why are you so desperate for love? So I don't know who this is for, but if y'all ready to get into this reading, I need to see those tea kettles, because baby, somebody is overthinking their connection with someone. Someone is overthinking their relationship with someone, feeling as though they should be, they should have kept something that wasn't necessarily good for them, right? And it is one of those things where it's like every good and perfect thing comes from the divine. Every good and perfect thing. And when do you get to the point of where and when you realize, if it's not for me, I will not have it because it's not good enough for me. I am good enough as I am, how I am. And if you were equally as good enough for me as you are, how you are, it will be. It will be. You don't have to force it. You don't have to pontificate and go back and forth. You don't have to vacillate. What is meant for you will be for you. It will be. But the thing is, just because it's not for you doesn't mean it doesn't have purpose. It doesn't mean it doesn't have meaning. God knows everybody that you have come across in this lifetime, that you will come across in this lifetime. And even if it is a win, and even if it's a loss that you're collecting, it's a lesson that you're taking with you to integrate with you on your journey. All right. So if y'all ready to get into this reading, I need you to go ahead and find those tea kettles, because baby, you see how it's going? You see how it's going? It's a message for somebody. All right, here we go. All right, so when understanding energy, it's important to know the spirit speaks to us in an abundant of ways. And sometimes it's through signs, synchronicities. Sometimes it's through wonders, coincidences, numbers. But the bigger thing that I can tell you is when your attention is being drawn to something, pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. God can speak to you just like he's speaking to me, through me, and anything else, right? But pay attention. Pay attention, all right? So, what is the overall energy reading for today? The overall energy for today is a deep breath. A deep breath. All right? A deep breath. This is about you taking a moment to reflect, to heal, but to also, this is interesting. The number 7 is on this card, okay, which is the number of completion. All right. It's the number of reflecting, it's assessing, it's acknowledging. It is the number of completion. And even if you go back to what I was saying about reflecting, when you look back over your life and you look at those situations that hurt you most, you realize that it was not for you. It was good that it happened the way that it is. You almost have an appreciation for why things fell apart, even though you don't understand it at the time. And what Spirit is saying this morning is, don't be so desperate for what you perceive to be as love that you invalidate your own worth. Woof. Ain't that something? Woo, child, coming through hot this morning, all right? Did you just hear that? Don't be so desperate for love that you invalidate your own worth. Trying to get and keep a love that don't want you. I mean, if you just heard that, I just want you to go ahead and put white hearts in the chat. If you heard and received that, I want you to flood the chat with white hearts right now.
Damn.
All right. Now, what is the truth that we need to hear right now for our journey? What is the truth that we need to hear right now for our journey? Everything that is good on the outside ain't good on the inside. I use this analogy a lot about how you go to the market and you're looking for fruit and you pick up the package and you think that those some juicy, sweet, red strawberries, and when you get home, they have no taste in it. It's the same thing when it comes to this person that's got you stressed out and full of anxiety and grief and depression. And let me say, grief is a normal process, part of the healing process. It really, truly is. Grieve what you thought you had. Grieve the friendship that you're losing. Grief. It's not a bad thing. But get it out and move on. Don't belabor your grief. Because I can guarantee you the same person that you're over here harboring these feelings for, they're living their lives. They're living their best life. Ain't thinking about you. And if you were a thought in their mind, they would know that they got to apologize, and they would know that they need to come correct. And the fact that they haven't tells you everything that you need to know too. All right, so the truth. Okay, this is about freedom. All right, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. All right. Free yourself. Free yourself. Guides of the hidden realms. What messages do you have for us today? It is bittersweet. When you think about it, it is bittersweet because it brought you a lot of joy. It brought you a lot of excitement. It brought a lot of familiarity. It brought a lot of comfort, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Okay. Holding space for love. This is about you being non-judgmental, having discernment, and self-acceptance. Holding space for love. This is about you being non-judgmental, having discernment, and self-acceptance. If that's not a synopsis of what I've been talking about all this morning, I don't know what is. How is this showing up for us in our day-to-day lives, Spirit? You've been sick and tired of this person all this time. I mean, when I say sick and tired, I mean sick. And when you're not sick, you tired, okay? But you're allowing this person to hold up so much space in your life. And the answer is why? Why? If you really get down to the nitty-gritty of the why, what is really the why? What is really the why? What is really your why? All right, Spirit. How is this showing up in our day-to-day lives? How much is your love worth? How much is their love worth? All right, this is about rest. This is about rest. Okay, this is about rest. This is about taking a step back. This is about you reflecting. This is about you assessing. This is about you knowing, like, it is finished. It is over. Relax. Be free. Be free. Be free. Release. Let go. What is a sign that this message is for us? What is a sign that this message can be for us? How valuable is this person's love? How much is it worth? I know that we always say in just when we talk about sacrifice, like, I would die for you. Especially if you have children, you'll tell that to your children. But like, how much is that person's love worth to you? Would you do that? Would you put yourself on the line for them? Just a question, right? Or is their love too expensive? Because I feel like their love is too expensive. It's expensive when you self-sabotage your needs and your wants for the integrity of them. It's too expensive. All right, the evil eye. This is about protection. Okay, this is about protection. Ironically, this card did try to fall out a minute ago, and I put it back because I wasn't trying to get a card out, but this is about protection. All right, we got the evil eye here. This person may have tried to instill fear in you as well about you leaving, trying to make you feel as though you couldn't do it without them or whatever. And it's far from that truth too. You're surrounded, you're protected, you're being guided. Like if you really take a step back and really reflect over everything, it was nothing but the angels, nothing but your spiritual team, nothing short of the divine keeping you from proceeding to move forward down this detrimental road. The delay was not denial, folks. It was just rerouting. All right, insight. Insight. All right, we got insight today. All right, insight. Insight. Let's see what she says. Insight. All right, insight. Discovery is the journey. Insight is the destination. Discovery is the journey. Insight is the destination. Gary Hamel. It can sometimes be difficult to find true insight into a person or a situation. It is easy to become distracted by the details that blind you from delving into the heart of the matter. I'm going to pause there because I said, what is your real why? If you heard me say just a minute ago, what is really your why? Put the ear in the chat if you heard me say that. What is really your why for why you're here? What is really the crevice? What is really the boat? What is really the anchor that is keeping you with this person? All right. If you are trying to gain a better understanding of something in your life, instead of looking at the details one by one, consider how the picture comes together as a whole. When you concentrate too hard on one particular thing, you run the risk of obstructing your view of the bigger picture. Insight allows your mind to become all possibilities. Open your mind to all possibilities, Open to all possibilities, Do not force the elements to suit your ideal narrative. Do not force the elements to suit your ideal narrative. Instead, use your observations as the barometer for measuring the climate of a situation, not to forecast a certain outcome. The more you allow your mind to be open, the more you allow insight and awareness into your conscious thought. Child, if spirit ain't coming through hot this morning, if y'all think spirit is cooking this morning, can you put the flames down in the chat? Because he's talking this morning. This is about awareness, realizations, being open and being receptive. This is about you overcoming being closed-minded, insular, obstructed, and limited. This is about your third eye. Okay? Tapping into that divine insight. All right? The eye of the peacock feather is both symbolic of your third eye. Both your third eye and your mind must remain open to receive clear and concise insight. Now, what's interesting is it's talking about the eye on the peacock, right? But we also have the evil eye that is here that is about protection. Okay? So whatever it is that you think you're trying to get away from, child, spirit like, you're going to sit here today and you're going to listen to this today and you're going to figure this out today. All right? Now, as we start to shift to more personal insights about you and your person, it is important to know to take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Don't make something be about you that's not about you. You would never go into the highest end store to buy a pair of shoes and make them fit if they don't fit your feet. You would never buy them. So don't do it here. All right. Now, remember, focus on what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Okay. So with that being said, Here we go. Ooh. Y'all, baby, Spirit is not playing with you today. When I tell you Spirit is coming through and is not taking no hostages on this day. Narcissists. Someone is full of themselves. Someone is full of themselves. Someone is very narcissistic. I'm not talking about the internet definition of a narcissist. I'm talking about the real narcissist. If you know that you have really been dealing with a narcissistic person, can you put a black heart in the chat? Oh, wow, y'all. Why I just went to go pick up the deck. You know, I'm shuffling. Guess what's at the bottom of the deck? Love bombing. And I promise you, I was going to say that when I said this person is a real narcissist. I swear to you, I was going to say that. And I was just like, I'm not going to do that, you know, because I feel like narcissism and love bombing comes simultaneously, but they're overly attentive, shower with affection for personal gain. This person love bombs. All right. This person love bombs. So I'm going to keep that card because not extra at the bottom of the deck with the clown face. Dramatic, trying to be too hard. Yikes. All right. I was literally going to shuffle the cards and I saw that. All right. What is the news? What is the news? Okay. Dirty money. Laundering, stealing, illegal. That's interesting. Dirty money just fell out. Okay. I don't know what that's about, but dirty money just fell out. All right. What is the tea? Not dirty offer here again at the bottom of the deck. Like, what in the world is going on? Dirty money, dirty offer. What y'all got going on? Taking me out. And we ain't even got started. Y'all taking me out. What is the tea? Yeah. Ignoring. Okay, somebody is ignoring you right now. All right, somebody is ignoring you right now. Fishing for comments just fell out. Like, as I picked up this deck, fishing for comments fell out. What do y'all have going on this morning? Who is this? All right. Can't even shuffle right now. What lies beneath all of this? Oop, investigating. Investigating. Somebody's being investigated or under investigation or being investigating of another person. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Love affair, secrecy, third party, hooking up, STD. Somebody's having a love affair here. Secrecy, third party, hooking up, STD. What is the true emotion here? Oop. I just dropped like 900 cards. Y'all, what is going on this morning with the clown? Y'all see this? Remember the clown just came up? And now the clown is right here again. Remember the extra card came up just a minute ago? Now the jackass card was on the floor, faced up at me. Oh my gosh. If you know that you've been dealing with a narcissistic clown, just put the clown emoji in the chat. I mean, let's talk about it, because the clown is coming up. Somebody is over here making a complete fool out of themselves. All right, here we go. What is it? True crime? True crime. Y'all, I can't make this up. I just cut the deck to shuffle and justice is there. I can't make that up. I can't make it up. Justice. Dang, like I literally was cutting the deck and justice was there. Whose business are we about to get into this morning? Like, oh my gosh. What is the yin and the yang here? What is the yin and the yang here? Venus, offer, romance, love, beauty, creative arts, wealth, harmony, attraction, and offer. All right. So there was some type of offer that was here that wasn't necessarily a good offer. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is the third time that offer has come up, and then dirty has come up, and dirty offer has come up. Remember that card came up? Did this person lead you to believe that they had some money to offer? Like they had something going on? All right, what's blocking this? All right, what's blocking this? Walking away. You leave too quickly when things get challenging. Stay and try to work it out. So somebody is walking away from somebody. All right. Somebody is walking away from something. All right. Finally, is there any love in this situation? Is there any love? True love. Is there any true love in this situation? This is... Nope. I recognize the potential between us, but I also harbor some uncertainties. So this person is giving you mixed signals, and there is doubts here. Okay, there's definitely doubts here. All right, y'all. Whose business are we about to get into? Let me look at this. Person A. Person A in all of this. I feel like person A is investigating. Okay. Person A is trying to make sense of everything, trying to process things. They may be fishing for comments. Okay. Fishing for comments, trying to make sense of everything because they're investigating, looking for clarity, looking for insight, looking for justice. All right. May have found out that there has been a love affair, a secret third party, a hookup, and or some type of STD. All right. I'm going to actually switch those two cards around. This person may be also trying to walk away from this connection because they don't feel confident with this connection. Okay. So that's person A. All right. Person B is narcissistic. They like to love bomb. They like to ignore. They are definitely such a clown. Okay. Very, demeaning, condescending, very belittling. They make offers, but they're not clear offers. And this person could be having some issues with laundering, stealing, and or doing something illegal to get money. Okay. Something to that effect. All right. Now, if y'all ready to get into this reading and figure out whose business this is, I need you to go ahead and drop your zodiac signs in the chat. Drop your zodiac signs on the chat. Because listen, I don't know whose business this is, but this is coming in deep this morning. All right. And spirit is coming in hot. All right. He ain't missing yet. So if y'all ready to get into this, here we go. Why I keep hearing tax issue. So this person may not necessarily be doing anything illegal, how you may think about it. This person may be having like a big tax bill or tax issue, something with taxes, because I keep seeing taxes. All right, person A. Who is person A, spirit? That was two cards. Person A, person A. Person A is coming in as an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you are a fire sign, go ahead and put the fire sign down in the chat. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You are coming in as the king of, the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is passion projects, anger, scattered energy, delays, and frustration. Okay. You are coming in as the Knight of Wands, okay? Person B. If you or your person is an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, go ahead and put the fire sign in the chat. Person B. Person B is dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Person B is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So if you are a air sign, go ahead and put the air sign, the clouds in the chat, or the breath in the chat, whatever one. But if you or your person is a fire or an air sign, put in those emojis in the chat now. You're coming in as justice in reverse, okay? Unfairness, lack of accountability, guilt, dishonesty, and punishment. All right. And we've already talked about that. We've already said that person B is a narcissist. They love bomb. They ignore. They make dirty offers. And now we know that they're being dishonest, which we already knew with this love affair. And then they try to punish you. If y'all are ready to get into this reading, remember, I do my readings for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. So don't overlook a reading without considering your placements. All right, for you or for your person. If it don't apply, just be a crosswatcher and enjoy. All right, here we go. Y'all ready to get into it? I want y'all to put y'all magnifying glass because, like, I'm curious. Like, who business is this? Who business is this? What we finna do, boo? All right, here we go. All right, what is going on with my fire and air signs? Fire and air signs. Well, if you recall, I was talking about this being bittersweet. I feel like this fire sign is very emotional, very angry, okay, frustrated, looking for clarity, not really receiving it, wanting to get some answers, feeling like something is off, but not necessarily knowing what exactly is off. All right, feeling like something is off and not necessarily knowing what is off, how it's off. You just know something is not right, okay? Thus the investigating, looking for comments, you know, trying to seek justice, all of that, all right? So person A, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you are coming in as the Queen of Cups this morning. All right. Your present energy is coming in as the Queen of Cups. I just said you're very emotional right now. Okay. Very emotional. It feels like you have so much to offer this person. You've tried, you've begged, you've pleaded, you've tried to level set, tried to get back on the right path. You have tried. When I tell you you have tried, you have tried. You have given so much of yourself to this person. And it's almost like you want to pretend like you're blindsided, but you can't be blindsided because this person has shown you from the very beginning what type of person that they were. And instead of you pumping the brakes in the beginning when you first started realizing it, you continue to persevere with this because you were in too deep. You were in too deep. This person aroused you in ways. They made you curious in ways. They made you want to be around you. Like, that's what narcissists do. Okay? They woo you, they lure you in, they do what they have to do, especially with this love bombing, to make you feel like you have hit the lottery. But the reality is, ain't nothing here. Ain't nothing here. All right? So, this has been very confusing for you, which is also what is driving and facilitating some of this frustration and the doubts that you have. Because I feel like in your mind, you're chronically replaying the good times, which is what she talked about in the earworm. But there are more bad times than there are good times. And a lot of times when you think about people and they talk about relationships, they're like, well, the good times outweigh the bad times. But in this case, the good times are far few and in between and are not circumventing the bad times. Like, there's more bad times than not. Okay. So if you know that you resonate with person A so far and you've been very emotional and in your feelings about a lot of things, can you go ahead and put a green heart in the chat? Put the green heart in the chat. Now, person B. Person B, 2 cards fell out, so I'm gonna read these. Person A, you're very frustrated. I just said this, but these 2 cards just literally fell out. Okay, these 2 cards literally fell out. You got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the 2 of Wands in reverse. Okay. You're frustrated. Person A is beyond frustrated. You don't know where to go. You don't know how to go from here. You don't know why you're not growing. You feel very stagnated. And that's where the delays also come in here. So that's part of the emotion that I just talked about. So that just confirms what I was just saying. Person B. What in the world is going on? 5 cards just fell out. So person B, we got the 9 of Wands in reverse, followed by the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, the Hierophant, the Sun in reverse, and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So person B, person B has been very reluctant and refusing to make a decision that they know that they need to make. They possibly have promised you marriage, person A, and they've been hanging that over your head, which has left you feeling very disappointed and very anxious about everything too, because I feel like you guys have been together for a long period of time. It feels like you've been together with this person for a long time, and it feels like person A, you're looking at this. Part of the reason why you're emotional and having doubts is partly because you're thinking about all the time that you've spent with this person, and this person keeps on saying, oh, we're gonna get married one day. But then when you ask them the question, they never give you an answer.
I want you to answer my question.
If this person has been hanging marriage over your head, just put the wedding band, the wedding ring in the chat, or either the bride or groom. If this person has been hanging marriage over your head and not busting a grape in a fruit fight, I want you to go ahead and put a wedding ring or a bride and groom in the chat, okay? Now, person B. Person B. Aries, not Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Coming in as a 6 of Cups in reverse. All right. They have noticed the change in your behavior towards them. But I don't feel like they're looking back. I don't feel like they feel guilty. And I say that because with their foundational energy being here with this Justice card, they're unapologetic. When I tell you this person is so ignorant, they're so ignorant. When you say, you know, that really hurts my feelings, they're never apologizing.
What the fuck was that?
They're never apologizing. They're never, you know, regretful. They never have any empathy. You know, it's never none of that. And I feel like you've spent a long period of time waiting for an apology to come that is not going to come.
2,000 years later.
They're never going to apologize to you. This person, we already have identified, they are narcissistic. They love bomb. They like to ignore. They like to make a mockery out of your feelings. You've expressed to them several times that, you know, you want to move forward. You need to have a resolution, a come to Jesus moment. And every time you try to do that, they just shut down. It's no accountability. No accountability. This person gaslights. They project. I mean, it's almost like this person has an undiagnosed mental illness. That's how it feels. But it also feels like they know exactly what they're doing. Like, they literally know what they're doing. It feels very intentional what they're doing. And they don't have any regrets about how they've treated you. They don't ever look back. They don't ever reflect. They don't ever do anything. Like, they are comfortable and confident with being the person that they have been. And it is horrendous. It is horrendous. If this person has broken your heart, I want you to put a broken heart emoji in the chat. Ooh, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Y'all know y'all can be something else sometimes. All right. What is favorable about this? What is favorable? I knew it was 2 cards. That's why I was like looking. All right. We got the 2 of Cups and the Chariot. All right. This is somebody who has wasted your good time. Do you hear me? Wasted your good time. This love has not been progressive. This love, it's what I said in the beginning of this reading. How much is this person's love worth? What is in it for you to marry this person? What is in it that you want so bad that you can't let it go? Why are you so desperate for love? I said that in the beginning of this reading. That was what Spirit said to me. Why are you so desperate for love? Why are you so stuck on this person that you to accept and tolerate the mistreatment and the chronic disrespect? I told y'all was emotional. I told you. What's favorable is that things about this person are starting to come to the forefront. You're finally starting to see. You're finally starting to get clarity. What is the most favorable thing about this connection is that this third party situation has finally been exposed and revealed. And I know you didn't expect that to come, but it came the way it needs to come. It needed to happen the way that it needed to happen. And when it happened, it rocked your whole world. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you knew something was off. You knew something was off. Something's been off for a long time. I've said it and I'm going to say it again. This person came to you with a dirty offer. This person came to you never being true, never nothing. It has all been a game. The narcissist, it's all been a game. It's all been a lie. And now all of that stuff is starting to come out. And now the truth is being exposed. The truth is being revealed. And you are very emotional because you keep equating the frequency of time to the quality of a relationship. You keep looking at the duration and saying, oh, well, I've been with this person for 10 years. But 10 years have been trash. Have you really been with this person for 10 years? Or has it really only been like you've been with this person for real for like a year? Because I've told you. This person has definitely, there has been more bad times than it has been good times. Okay? And if you're being honest with yourself, you're holding on, trying to get to the point of where it's like, maybe something's going to change. Baby, nothing's going to ever change about this.
You know how I feel. Why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy. You know I'm trying to see if it'll work out here, and I know that it's not.
Why do you keep putting yourself in this situation?
I need it!
Why do you feel like you need this person? Seriously. Why do you feel like you need this person? What is it that's so deserving of you that you stay in this situation? I want you to write that down in the chat. Now, what is problematic or what is consequential about this? The Three of Wands. Okay? The problem here is that it's not being progressive. It's everything that I've said so far. It's not being progressive. It's not going anywhere. It's not moving. I feel like you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, have picked up on very bad habits dealing with this person. I feel like you are trying to play games with them, trying to get a reaction out of them. So you'll be like, oh, I'm leaving, and then they don't give you the reaction that you're looking for. And then you kind of like feel stupid, right? I feel like you may be threatening them, and then it's just like, what are you doing this for? You're wanting this grandiose reaction, but you're expecting for a person to react who doesn't care. So then it becomes, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? For them to continue to hurt you, to continue to betray you, to continue to deceive you? There's a history of this. You've been waiting all this time only for it to still crumble the way that it has. What is driving you to stay here? What is making you stay here? What is this trying to teach you? The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. You are fighting for a relationship that is not fighting for you. You are holding on to a relationship that is not holding on to you. You want to be somewhere that has not created space for you.
2 hours later.
You're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And what Spirit has been saying from the very beginning of today's reading is, why are you so desperate for this person's love? It's time for you to release. It's time for you to let go. It's time for you to create space for yourself, to honor you, to honor your feelings, to honor your emotions. Know that you are being protected. He is revealing and showing things to you for a reason. But for some reason or another, every time Spirit try to get through to you, Spirit just said, why you keep praying for answers that you ain't willing to hear? He said, why you keep asking me for prayers, for signs, for wonders, only for you to turn your head and act like you didn't see nothing?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
You keep asking for signs. You keep asking for whatever you asking him for. Like, Why do you keep holding on to something that is not holding on to you? And the crazy part in all of this is that in a sick and twisted way, even though we keep talking about this other person being short of capability, you allow it. You allow it. So what do you need to do to heal? The Three of Pentacles. It's time for you to start knowing who you are and what you bring to the table. Stop pandering to this person. This is about you growing and evolving and expanding beyond this person. You're asking this person to be somebody to you and for you that is beyond the pale. You're asking for them to be a better person when they don't even know how to be a better person for themselves. It's time for you to disconnect. It's time for you to move on with your life. And I know it's easier said than done. But for some of you, it is time for you to take back your power. You've been dealing with this for far too long. The lies, the cheating, the betrayals, the deceit, the frustration, the lack of empathy and compassion, the unkindness, the hurt. But you keep trying to make something work somewhere that ain't meant to work.
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
So the question then becomes, what are you waiting on? Are you waiting for the game to begin? Like, what are we waiting for? This person has proven to you time and time again. You wasting all your youth on this person. All your good time, your precious time. You want justice, but then when justice comes, you don't want to accept it. How many times does spirit have to show you the same thing before you believe it? You keep asking for the sign. Here comes the sign. And then you ignore it. What did I just say? What did I just say? You keep asking for the sign, you get the sign, and then you ignore it. This person is conniving. They're cunning. How you going to ask a liar to tell you the truth? You literally are asking a liar to tell you the truth. Why would they so ever tell you the truth when a liar is going to lie? A cheater is going to cheat. A deceiver is going to deceive. Like, what else can we talk about here? They're only doing and being who they are known to do and to be. So why are you crashing out, losing your mind, misplacing all your feelings, your anger, your resentment, your frustration on everybody else around you, then to hold the person who's doing this to you accountable? Five of Swords. You think you got something to gain from this? You think you have something to benefit from this conflict? This is stressful. This is very, very stressful. But instead of you surrendering, you won't let go. How many times they got to cheat on you for you to realize that this should be over? Like, how many times do you have to be embarrassed by this person before you leave them alone?
Embarrassing.
How many times do they have to humiliate you? Like, what is the hold up here? And as I said, that the Tower card, when I was shuffling, is at the bottom of the deck. It's inevitable. The truth is going to come out. You don't want to look like a failure? Baby, you ain't the first or the last that had to leave somebody with a kid. You ain't the first or the last that had to file for divorce. You not the first or the last that spent all of your good years with somebody only for them to not bust a grape in a fruit fight. That's life. But what's not life is to allow somebody to chronically mistreat, disrespect, belittle, demean, and be condescending towards you. That's not life. You deserve so much more than the pain, the agony, and the grief that this person has given you. But you so afraid of being alone that you'd rather settle for this nonsense. It's okay to say you're disappointed. Why are they settling, Spirit? The Three of Pentacles in reverse. This already came up already. The Empress. Ooh-wee. And then a Nine of Cups in reverse. All right, so we got the Three of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Empress and the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's what I said. They keep holding marriage over your head. You keep hoping that things will move forward. You keep hoping, you buying into this fairy tale that y'all can work through this, that you're going to be able to overcome this, that you guys are going to move forward this. Baby, ain't nothing about this going to ever change.
Crazy?
It's nothing in this going to ever change. Nothing about this is going to ever change. This person is so stuck in their ways. I told you, they're not even regretful. So the question is, like, what is it that what are you expecting to change here? You want to be with them because of the kids? Great. You want to be there because of the kids, but do they want to be there because of the kids? Because I feel like in their mind, they over here living their best life.
Fuck them kids.
Okay? Like, let's be honest and talk about it. Now, you feel very emotional, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, about this because you don't want to let go. You don't want to walk away. It's like every time you get to that point where you feel strong enough to take a step outside and to move on with your life, you feel like it's something keep pulling you back. And it's time for you just to let go. Stop fighting it. Stop resisting it. It's time for you to take that leap of faith. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to cut the cord. It's time for you to go after what Spirit has been pointing you to do all this time.
Bombakat!
You have been fighting it. You have been resistant. You have been in denial. Excuse me. But Spirit is trying to get you to let go. How many times can they open up their mind, your eyes, and show you all of the that you don't want to face? How many times do you have to keep seeing the text messages? How many times do you have to keep seeing the social media evidence? How many times do you have to keep seeing it over and over and over again?
There are multiple video evidence, social media evidence.
I mean, not for nothing, but because this is in the media right now, Beyonce's mom, I read her book. I recommend everybody read it. But she talked about how Matthew was a chronic cheater. A chronic cheater. And she finally got it. It took for that man to have a baby on her before she left him. She filed for divorce multiple times. Like, how many times? And I get her situation may be a little bit different, but it's not. When you see something and you know something, how many ways does it have to keep coming up before you take the clue that this may not be a situation for you? But I feel like you keep on trying to course correct this. Like you keep on trying to make them change by threatening to leave. They know you coming right back.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
But the thing is, you say all of that only for them to be like,
What do you mean by that?
you see, they don't care. They don't care. So it's time for you to take that leap of faith. You keep putting all of your hope and faith in this person changing or coming around. They're not going to do that. As I said that, the devil. They're not going to do that. They're going to keep on having these love affairs, keep on having these third parties, keep on stringing you along, keep on lying to you, breadcrumbing you, deceit, all of that. This is a pattern. This is who this person is now. And like, it's gotten to the point now where people have literally gotten to the point where they're just like, you know what? I can't even talk to you about this person anymore. They're at the point where they're just like, ain't no point in me talking to you. It's no point in me listening to you. It's no point of us even hearing you. Because you're going to keep on doing what you want to do. Every time you keep telling your friends, I'm going to leave. Next thing you know, you right back there again. And they over there looking at you like,
What?
and you proud of yourself.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Every time. This person is not a good person for you. But you keep on staying over there. Keep on going back. Acting like it's everybody else's fault but your own. The Lovers in reverse. You want to be mad at everybody else but you. You wonder why your life isn't being progressive. You wonder why your money not flowing. You wonder why your career not growing. You wonder why your edge is not growing. You wonder why you can't lose weight. All of these different things. Your energy is so bogged down and in distress because all the things that you are observing, you absorb all of this energy all the time, all day long from this person. That you wonder why your life is in the shambles that it's in. How do you break free when you put your own shackles on your feet every time you stay there? Every time. You keep saying you want justice, but you keep on empowering this person to do what they do. It's almost like you saying, come on in and do it again. When people show you who they are, you got to believe it. And you've been knowing from the beginning that this person was not who they said they were. They didn't want what they said they wanted. They weren't capable of giving you what they said they were capable of giving you. Yet here we still are, years later, hoping, wishing, praying for something to change. When does the light bulb go off to say, stop getting dressed every day for this clown show? They cannot be trusted. With this King of Cups in reverse, they cannot be trusted. All the warning signs, all the clues, all the everything. They can't be trusted. It's only a matter of time before their lies are exposed, before the big big one comes out. And I think it has something to do with this third party and it's STD. Now you mad. Now you big mad. Now you want justice. Now you want to pop off. Now you want to show out. Now you want to go key the car and flatten the tires. Now you want to go do all of this extra stuff. But they've been doing all of this. That's what I'm not understanding. Baby girl, baby boy, like you've been losing. But now you want to be bothered. Now you over here trying to get some bass to your voice. Now you want to act like you really gonna leave this time. You really done with them. Baby, they know that's just a lie. They know you just talking. You should have been did that. You should have been did that. You should have been hung up the phone. You should have been left this person alone a long time ago. But instead, you over here letting this person just do what they do to you.
This ain't Texas. Ain't no holding.
It's almost like you enjoying it.
Round 2.
Instead of you putting down your foot and saying, I do not and I will not. I do not deserve this. I will not accept this. You just keep inviting this person to come back and do it over and over and over and over again. And the question is why? How desperate are you for love? How much is their love worth? It's time for you to leave this alone. With this death card here, it's time for you to leave this alone. It's time for you to go on and to evolve and to become a different version of yourself. But you're resistant. And the question is why? What is in you that is so bound to this person? And that's something that you really got to ask yourself. That's a you thing. What is in this marriage? That's what I want to know. What is in this marriage that they can't let go of? What is in the dream of this marriage? What is in the fantasy that's in this marriage that they can't let go of? What is the attachment? That's the better question. What is really the attachment here? What is really the attachment here? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Whew, 3 cards just flipped over. The Hangman upright, the 4 of Swords upright, and the 10 of Pentacles upright. There is a little bit of irritations being here, okay? Because you feel like everything that you've been working so hard for hasn't been working, and that has you in deep thought. That has you reflecting, that has you assessing, that has you reevaluating. Specifically, like what is going on here. I think you're finally getting honest with yourself about what you've allowed. And I'm saying that because we talked about this in the very beginning of this reading. Before I touched any of these cards, I told you what the direction was for this reading. And with this deep breath and this freedom card and this rest card, I told you that was doubling down on what I shared at the beginning of this reading. So now this is about you taking a look back over your life and taking reflection of what's important to you. Is it really important that you be with this person? Or do you just don't want to make it seem like you're losing? It's the insecurity of that. It's the insecurity of that. You would rather hold on to something than to have nothing. It's almost like how people say you rather have a piece of a man than a whole man. You craving pizza, but you on a diet. So you think if you just pinch off a little piece of the pizza and eat that, you think that's going to satisfy your taste, but then you still want more. Oh, child, if y'all ready to get into the final outcome of this reading, I need you to go ahead and find those paper, pen, and notebook emojis. Paper, pen, and notebook emojis. Because, baby, I can't tell you what you going to do. But I can only give you some advice based on what I can see. Because I can't predict free will. But I can only tell you what the energy say. So if you're ready to get into this, find those paper, pen, and notebook emojis, because it's time for us to come on up out of here. Here we go. All right, y'all. So as we get out of this business and talk about final outcomes, potential final outcomes, I can only say potential because, like I said, I can't predict free will. All right. I can't predict free will. I can tell you this and you can hear it. Let a word to the wise be sufficient.
1 hour later.
Or you could be like, nah, that ain't for me. I hear you, but I'm going to stay by my man. Okay? So that could be it too. But at least I told you. So. What is the potential final outcome? What is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius really going to do about this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Well, for one, you feel like you need this person. I don't know what kind of codependency there is, but there is definitely a feeling like you need this person. As I said that, there's definitely like a feeling of you needing this person. You make a whole lot of excuses for why things are the way that they are. You think love is supposed to be hard. You think love is supposed to be difficult. You think that this is love.
Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble.
This ain't love by a long shot.
You know, I found that comment to be very suspect.
This ain't love by a long shot. This ain't even the big or the little L in love. This is a reflection of your self-esteem and your self-worth. We got the Magician here. You're trying to do everything in your power to keep this situation. One of y'all, I don't know who, but you think that if you get pregnant and try to have a baby, that's going to change something. That's not going to change the situation. They going to still be cheating on you. They still going to be outside doing what they do. And it kind of goes back to this walking away card that we pulled earlier too, that says you leave too quickly when things get challenging and try to work it out. That's why I said you've been trying to do everything in your power to make this work. Baby, it's time for you to walk away. How many passes you gonna give? Like how many times we gonna do this? Like what do they have to do next for you to realize that it's time for you to move on? If you don't want to move on, just say that. Just be honest with yourself. Just say, I love him. I can't imagine seeing my life without him. Then just be honest with yourself.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
But stop lying to everybody else that will listen to you meander about this joker. Because every time you open up your mouth and allege that you so sick and tired, you so ready to move on with your life. Every time you go on and talking to your friends and all of that, they so sick of you and your nonsense, they don't even want to talk about you and your man no more because they just sick of it. They sick of it.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
They don't even want to ask you no more. then you got the nerve to think somebody jealous of you. Listen, baby, ain't nobody jealous of you. They more scared for you than they are jealous of you. This is about balance. You keep trying to bring balance to this. You keep trying to balance your femininity with their masculinity or your masculinity with their femininity, and you keep praying and asking for strength. We got 3 major arcanas back to back. Have y'all noticed that? The last pull, 3 major arcanas back to back. This pull, 3 major arcanas back to back. Do you not understand how much you are impeding your own life right now by staying in this situation? You are hurting yourself. You are not doing anything to make anybody. You are doing this to yourself. As I said in the beginning of this reading, why are you so desperate for love? Why are you so desperate for this person's love? Aren't you not tired? Aren't you not sick? Are you not ready to be free? What you waiting on? This has bogged you down for far too long. This has been a weight on you. Why don't you want to leave it alone? Why don't you want to leave this alone? You scared of you going around here, leaving this behind? You should be running from this. You should be running from this. You should be trying to get this person out of your life, out of your space, out of your energy field. But instead, you keep going back, thinking it's of no consequence. Thinking that something's going to change. How many times you got to hit your hard head on that wall before you understand it's a brick? Like, how many times? My heart is hurting for you right now. Because as I told you, when I woke up this morning at 12:15, I had this panic, this anxious energy of like this crashing. And if you missed that, you can go back and play the beginning on YouTube when the reading's over. But you so worried about karma coming back for this other person, your rent's due too.
Hey, Stu, your rent's due, motherfucker.
Your rent is due. You over here worrying about what they got going on. Be worried about what you got going on. You keep asking this person to lie to your face without a conscience. You got the right to choose. You can choose different at any point in time. But you instead choose this. Out of all the things you could be doing with your life today, this is what you choose to do? This is what you choose to be? This is where you choose to be, how you choose to show up? Stop judging them for what they're doing and not doing, and start judging yourself for what you're doing and not doing. Stop trying to hold somebody else responsible for the same things that you won't take accountability for. Stop putting your happiness on somebody else. You're there because you're not happy. And if you thought you was happy, you wouldn't be trying to make this person make you happy. You are whole enough by yourself. You are good enough by yourself. You are worthy by yourself. I get the difficulty and the challenges that come with dating. I get how discouraging and belittling it can be. Feeling rejected. Finding somebody that you like. Next thing you know, you don't trust them because you're insecure about what your boyfriend did back in 1992 and what the little boy did in kindergarten on day one. I mean, I know it. All of those things come up, but honor yourself. Honor your feelings. Honor your emotions. Stop fighting it. Spirit has been trying to pull you out of this, and you keep fighting hand, tooth, and nail. So if you keep on making the decision to be there, that's where he's going to let you be. But don't get mad because people stop having empathy. Don't get mad because people don't have sympathy. That's just a misprojected anger and frustration. You just mad at yourself.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
It's time for you to reclaim your victory. It's time for you to reclaim your position. And I'm not saying it's going to come easy. I'm not going to say it's going to come overnight. But Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you know exactly who you are. You know exactly what you got to offer. You've never been this unfocused and lacked this much confidence a day in your life. So why are you choosing this now? You over here drinking your life away trying to cope instead of dealing with the things that you keep trying to avoid. They are here dealing with you.
I need everybody's alcohol. She needs some more vodka. Yeah, can somebody give me some more vodka, please?
You can do all that. And you cannot escape the truth. Two things that's going to be true. The sun and the moon and the truth. They can only stay hidden for so long. All that you keep trying to push down and act like it don't exist, it's almost like a garbage can. Y'all know how it is when your garbage can is full, and instead of you taking out the trash, you so trifling, you just keep pushing it down as much as you can. Pushing it down. Don't want it to come up. And then you wonder why when you taking the trash out to the dumpster, the bag break. That's what's happening with you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That's what's happening with you right now. You are at capacity. You have taken well beyond what you could and you should have been taken. It's the worst. But I why are you accepting this mental abuse? Why are you accepting this? Everybody wants love. Everybody wants companionship. Everyone wants partnership. Everyone wants connection, chemistry, compatibility. You want somebody that you can talk to and be a confidant. We all want that. But again, I ask, how much is that worth to you? Is your life worth this? Spirit, tell me about this love affair that this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is having. Tell me about this third party. Ooh. This third party is committed and invested. This has been a long-term situation. And I feel like this person knows that you exist. Okay? This person may disappear for moments in time and be with this other person. This ain't no pop-up boo. This been a long-term boo. The Two of Wands fell out in reverse. He refuses to make a decision about picking one or the other. But just like you came in, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as a Queen of Cups, so did they. So did they. Both of y'all are invested with y'all feelings and y'all emotions. Both of y'all are in love with this man or this woman. However the dynamic worked for you. But here it is. Here it is. Here it is. And keep in mind, this energy can be reversed. So you could be the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm just telling you from this perspective of the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The truth is coming out. Didn't I just tell y'all it's two things that can't be hidden for long? Didn't I tell y'all? The sun, the moon, and the truth. Well, that's three. The truth is coming out. It's being exposed. It's being revealed. There's an awareness coming. Ooh, I wonder if she's going to find out about you. I feel like she knows, though. The Knight of Wands. And the Fool. She knows about you. She thought she was going to beat it. She thought that she could outlast you. This is somebody from his past. Listen, look at both of these. Y'all see this? Look at both of these. Y'all see this? The truth is coming out about you. He is being bold and professing his love for her. Not holding back, not holding a secret, and she gonna keep on moving forward like a big old dummy. Don't she know that what he did to you, he gonna do to her too? But she don't care. Don't care. This person does not care at all. But I feel like this person has his heart. I am so drawn to the look on her face. I am so drawn to the look on her face. She knows she got him. That's why she's not worried. She don't care that he indecisive. She don't care that the truth is coming out. She knows whenever he calls, he gonna come. And she probably has called while he has been around you. And guess what? He looked at the phone and answered it. He didn't even ignore it. He answered the phone in front of you. Let me go take this call. Yep, she keeps fighting for this. She keeps fighting for this. She is persistent about this. She is not letting go of this. Not letting go of this energy at all. She's standing on business when it comes to him. Why is this the case? Because she ain't gonna take no losses, just like you don't want to take no losses. She ain't taking no losses. She said, I'm in it to win it. Let the best one win. She thinks she winning. Just like you thought you winning, they think they winning too. Y'all gonna look up and y'all gonna be waiting all this time just to find out they gonna leave you for somebody else. Y'all, I was asking these cards if they have kids together. And I got the Hermit. I got the Justice card. And I got the Four of Pentacles. He knows what he has to do. This Hermit card looks very, very sketch. But when you look at the Justice, the papers that are before him are heavier. That's why he won't make a decision. That's why he's holding this near. He don't want to go to, it's something about going to court and child support that's here. They don't want to go through that. Oh, but remember the dirty money card came up, so that could be why. He'll rather vacillate and go back and forth and play between the two of you than to have to go through court and go through the legal process. Got the Six of Cups in reverse. The Page of Swords and the Chariot in reverse. Listen, you know it's time for you to let go. You've been thinking about it. You've been reflecting upon it. But now you finally getting the words to say. You finally want to come forward and to tell this person that it's not working for you no more. But you keep stalling. You keep stalling. You keep holding on. You keep holding back. And Spirit is telling you it's time for you to release this. It's time for you to let go. This ain't about judgment. This is about discernment. This is about self-acceptance. This is about releasing and freeing yourself. Okay? It's okay. You tried and it failed.
It's all right, Mama.
It's all right. You did the best you could with what you have. But to continuously to stay in this situation knowing this person does not love you and does not care for you. That's when you should be looking at them and just being like, you know what?
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
And just move on. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to find your happiness. It's time for you to find your dignity, your integrity. It is time for you to love and to be loved. And I'm not saying jump out of this and run into something else. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is, it's time for you to put this out your life.
Get that garbage out of here!
I don't care how you got to do it. If that's your house and they living in your house, it's time for you to put them out.
Get your shit! Get your shit! And get out!
But stop being so gullible. Stop being so naive. If they want to make a fool out of themselves, let them make a fool out of themselves. You can't outrun karma. It's going to happen. And I swear, I was just literally about to say, I don't feel like this girl is the only one. And why did the Seven of Swords just fall out? He ain't just lying to you. He ain't just lying to her. He lying to somebody else too. He about to be on the defense. Looking like a fish out of water. Multiple people. Everybody coming out against this person at one time. This Gemini, Libra, Aquarius ain't gonna know what to do. They ain't gonna know what to do with themselves. They ain't gonna know what to do. Got the Queen of Cups again. They ain't gonna know what to do. Emotional, erratic, panicking. They gonna be confronted. All their lies, all of their deceit, their manipulation, the games, all of that is about to come and blow up in their face.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
It's craziness. Got the Devil. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah. All his toxic ways is going to come up. And ain't nowhere he can go. Ain't nowhere he can go. Ain't nowhere he can run. Ain't nowhere he can hide. Let me tell you. Karma is coming. Karma is coming for this Mickey Ficky. And you might just be around and watch it. All right? So listen. All right? How does this outcome align with you and what you are expecting? Does this give you relief? Does this bring you excitement? Does this give you clarity? Let me know. And if you could reroute this outcome, let me know what that would look like for you down in the comments section below. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the Pisces Tarot Experience. If you've enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to subscribe and become a part of my growing community on YouTube. You can always find me on YouTube at Mimi Lightseer, and keep an eye out for even more engaging content that is coming your way. Remember, this reading is here for you whenever you need a little bit of guidance, so feel free to save it and replay it at any time. I love to hear from you and your thoughts, so drop a comment in the section below and let me know what resonated with you. And if you enjoyed today's lesson, show some love and give me that thumbs up. Why I keep saying lesson? Today's session. Give me the thumbs up. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, I am booking at PiscesTarot.com, so don't hesitate to reach out. A huge thank you to everyone who joined the conversation today, and a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for those of you who gifted me not only your time, your talent, but your treasure. Listen, y'all, everybody is fighting a battle that you cannot see. So be kind and patient and gentle with others and yourself. How people treat you is not your business, but how you respond is. So make sure that you leave a little bit of love everywhere you go, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.